Assalamu alaikum everybody, it's Mariam again and I'm back for another Ramadan Storyteller episode. Tonight should be the 13th night. Where are we? Here we are. So we'll take that down from our calendar, like so, and we'll put that there to remind us. Now today we are finishing off this book, Drummer Girl by Hiba Masood. We're going to be doing part 2. So last time we stopped at this page where Najma told her Baba that she wants to be the neighbourhood Musaharati, which is the Ramadan drummer. So let's find out what happens. Baba's hand stilled on her head and Najma held her breath. Would he be angry? Would he say she was being foolish? No woman had ever been a Musaharati in her neighbourhood. In fact, no woman had ever been a Musaharati anywhere as far as she knew. Najma looked up nervously. Baba's kind eyes met hers. He was not angry. After a long time, Baba spoke. You want to be the Musaharati? Yes, Baba, Najma whispered. Baba tapped her gently on the nose and slowly smiled. Well, I don't see why not. Najma's heart leapt with joy. If Baba had spoken, then that was that. And do you know what? That was that. Her brothers said she was being silly. Her friends thought she had lost her mind, but Baba had spoken. Like beads slipping by on a tasbih, the days passed and Ramadan came closer and closer. Girls can't be Musaharatis, someone said to Najma every day. Girls can be anything they like, Baba said to her every night. Soon, Ramadan arrived. The curving silver crescent of the new moon had been seen, and the neighbours called out joyous greetings to each other from their doors and windows. Ramadan is here! Glad tidings for a wonderful month. That night, when her brothers had gone to bed, Najma put on her favourite long red skirt and wrapped her scarf around her. She took out the drum Baba had bought for her earlier and put on her gloves and slipped out. Najma and her Baba walked through narrow alleys and twisting pathways up and down the cobbled roads of their neighbourhood. Najma's strong, clear voice rang out again and again through the night air. Her hands beat steadily on her drum, thump, 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 as she and Baba paused outside the homes of their neighbours. Wake up from your beds if you believe. The blessings of Suhoor you must achieve. There's no time to sleep, no time to dream. Say it now with me. Ramadan Kareem. Many people stepped out onto their balconies to watch. Was it really a girl's voice they had heard? Someone laughed at Najma as she walked by. Others threw candy and sweets down to her, which she received with a shy nod. When Najma and her Baba had drummed at the doors of all the neighbours, they went home. Mama had their suhoor ready for them. Najma was hungry and tired. She ate quickly, prayed Fajr, and went to sleep for a long time. While she slept, Najma had a beautiful dream. She saw herself walking with her drum down a long winding path illuminated by lanterns of different colours and sizes. As she walked, she could hear the sounds of many people reciting the Quran. When she woke, Najma felt happy and peaceful inside. She felt sure she would be a good Musaharati and that Allah was pleased with her. That Ramadan, Najma and her Baba spent all their nights the same way. They walked through the neighbourhood and Najma sang out verses and beat her drum. When the neighbours realised that Najma was coming out night after night, they no longer laughed or teased her. They grew to respect and love the brave, determined little girl who was waking them for the most important meal of their long Ramadan days. They invited her family to break the fast in their homes and proudly spoke of her in other neighbourhoods. For many years afterwards, in that small Istanbul neighbourhood at the end of Gul Pasha Jadesi, it was Najma who was the Ramadan Musaharati. She was as much a part of her neighbours' Ramadans as their dates, their cardamom coffee, and their nightly prayers. As the years passed by, her Baba began staying at home, and she would go alone or with her brothers. As more years passed, Najma's husband began walking with her. Later, her children walked with her. After that, her grandchildren. When the time came that Grandma Najma's bones grew too tired for her to be the Musaharati anymore, she gave her drum to her grandchildren and they carried on the noble family tradition she had set. But even then, every Ramadan evening, Grandma Najma would carefully put on her favourite long red skirt and wrap her shawl around her shoulders. She would sit on the steps of her small white house with the brick red roof and gently tap her wrinkled hands against her knees, singing, "Why do you sleep? Why do you sleep? Rise if you know what is better for you. Hurry and wake, his blessings to take. Your Lord, the merciful, is waiting for you. Come sing with me, believers big and small. Say it together now in one rousing call. Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Kareem." The end. So I chose this book not only because the illustrations are absolutely beautiful, but also because the storyline goes to show that it doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, and no matter what setting it is, if you have the right determination and the right attitude in life and the right intentions as well, you can go on to achieve anything that you want to do. And that's the reason why I wanted to share it with you. So this is by Daybreak Press. So you can go onto their website, that's Daybreak Press, to get yourself a copy or to find out if there is a bookseller anywhere near you where you can get this from.